Welcome to another quick tutorial here from Lisa, Jeff, and Mike's Technology Lab. We're still in the course Time-Saving Technology Tips, and your topic is Windows Snipping Tool and the Print Screen Key. Level, of course, is beginner for this. This is not tough stuff, guys. You can all do this. Duration size is going to be small, and we're going to talk about how to create an image from anything that is visible on your screen. Tips from the pros: even if you can't copy it, you can probably still create an image of it. And that means that if you need to make an image for something on your screen, and obviously just you can't highlight it and copy it, it's part of a flash object, it's just not working, you can use the snipping tool to just capture an image of what's on the screen and you'll have a picture of it. So in online learning, this is something that could really come in handy, because there are lots of situations where you're trying to explain to your students, you need to click here, you need to click here in Dreamweaver, you need to do this. So let's take Dreamweaver as an example. Okay, Dreamweaver would be a pretty good example. Most of you probably haven't used this before. Okay, and watching this video, you're like, oh wow, this looks crazy, this workspace. But what you can do is take a little snippet of the screen to point something out to them. So if I was going to say to them, like, hey, make sure you change the workspace view to classic, and then I take a shot of this and point to it, and then have a little picture of it with the instructions, that makes it a whole lot different, right? So something that you guys can relate to a little better. Let's say we're in Fanshawe Online. They're trying to say, hey, make sure you do your grade transfer request, right? Which is right here. And then somebody says, well, I don't know where it is. Well, you can include a picture of something like that and say, oh, it's up in the right-hand corner, you know, just at the very top of the page over by the date. And you could actually go and use the snipping tool, which is right here for me. Okay, so anybody with Windows Vista or newer, you should have a snipping tool and accessories. If you have Vista, older than Vista, you can still use the print screen key, which is quite easy, or you can download the snipping tool and probably add it to an older version of Windows. You just Google it. But for those of us, I think almost all of us on campus would have at least Vista or newer. You're going to have a snipping tool in accessories. See it right there in accessories? The reason it's in my task, in my start menu, is because I've right-clicked on it. Like if I wanted paint in there, I'd right-click and I'd go pin to start menu. So that way I don't have to go digging around for it in accessories. I just go right there and grab it. I've talked about this in one of my other videos to get Captivate going. I said, you know, throw it in your start menu. It's easier to find. So I've got the snipping tool there. I'm going to click on the snipping tool, and it's going to open up there, and it's automatically going to be setting me up to do a new one. As soon as you see the screen is, it looks like somebody put like a piece of wax paper over it. It's got like a little bit of a shade over it, and it's whiter, and you have your cursor looking like this, you're ready to do a snippet, okay, a snip with the snipping tool. So I want to grab just this right corner of the screen to say, hey, look, there's where your grade transfer thing is, right? As soon as I grab it, automatically creates an image. Okay, from there I can copy it, put it right into a message. Okay, I can save as on my desktop, right? I'm going to call this grade transfer snip, right? And now I've got this snippet of that I could point out. Like, you could see how helpful this would be for online learning for students. You give them instructions, and then you have a graphical image of it that says, hey, look, go here. That's what I'm talking about with my words. Here's a picture of it, because everybody learns in different ways. Right now, if you have an older computer and you don't have the snipping tool, or if you have a situation, like look at this for example. Like, let me pull up the snipping tool, right? So when the snipping tool goes up, I got to take a snip, okay? But I want to take a snip of this menu, this drop-down menu. And the reason I want to do this, and I'll show you exactly why this happened, this keyboard shortcuts page that I made for us, I made a little graphic to show you guys what it looks like when the keyboard shortcuts are actually right in the menu. Okay, and to get this, I wanted to take a picture of it, right? But when I use the snipping tool, when I actually need something to be live in a menu, like the edit menu, that's what I was doing it on, I got to click back out to get the snipping tool, right? And I got to go snipping tool. Every time I do it, I lose the menu. Okay, so one very small limitation that it has, not a big one. I don't think it's a big deal. So what you can do in this case, and I'm including this in this same video because I figure the snipping tool and the print screen key are pretty much about the same, is you got to find the print screen key on your keyboard. So if you're having trouble with that, our keyboard resource page will help you out. It talks about it here, the print screen key. It shows you where it usually is, where it can be. Like on mine is IBM, it's just like this, okay? It's kind of hard to find sometimes, but as long as you can find it and you use the shift key with it, check this out. So here, I can go into this menu and bring it up, and I don't have to click anything else. I can go Shift, print screen on my keyboard. That's what I just did. Okay, and then if I go into like Word and go Control V, which is paste, I just made a screen print of that. And then I can edit it and chop it up. So this is where Photoshop might also come into play. Okay, and because we all have access now to the Adobe Master Collection, and that's what the press release said. We can all go down to IT and just have them install this in our machines. We're going to have Photoshop. So in the video that I'm going to post right after this, I'm going to show you how to take the two snippets we just made and actually edit them and do some stuff to them. Okay, but what I just did there was literally Shift Print Screen. You can do it anywhere you want. Let's say I want to Shift Print Screen FOL, what I'm looking at right now, Shift Print Screen. And then I go back to Word. It's on my clipboard right now. Your clipboard is where anything that you copied is sitting, right? And when you Shift Print Screen, you're pretty much copying the screen. So see, there's the screen. You can't click on anything. It's just a graphic. It's just a JPEG. It's a picture. But that's what you would do if the snipping tool wasn't quite cutting it, because you have to be live in a menu. And by using Shift Print Screen, and then I cropped it in Photoshop, which I'm going to show you in my next video, very simple, just image edit, I was able to go in here, okay, and I made this picture, I drew that box around it. I was able to make something like that, okay, without the snipping tool. But the snipping tool is even more user-friendly because it doesn't just put it on the clipboard. You actually have a file that it creates right away, and that file that I saved on my desktop is one that we're going to use in the next video. So we'll see you in that one.